Why did you send her to my father?
Was that wrong?
It's your fault that he...
But surely it's a good thing. It means he was one of God's beloved, no?
Those who mock God will never receive salvation. You'll go to hell, Vincent. You'll never feel the joy of God's everlasting paradise.
And you think God is going to save you? Ha!
What do you know anyway?
I know about the pleasures of this world. And I want to find my happiness while I'm still here. You hated your father, didn't you? I saw the way he hit you, kicked you, and made you cry. Oh, the memory of his cruelty is forever burned into my mind.
Yes, and that's why we need God.
What you call faith is nothing more than a child crying out for love. That's why you're all alone.
You don't understand. None of you do.
Okay, I didn't really know what to make of that. The only thing that really came to mind is the fact that I don't know what to make of the lip syncing, because it's not like I'm going to compare this game to a lot to Dead Rising, but it's not like that or Silent Hill 1 where it's way off. It's like it actually has English audio it's syncing with, but it just gets out of sync. Let's see. Take that. I'm just gonna head back to the motel because I imagine it's not very easy to do that stuff, and I imagine the reason for that is you could probably do some kind of mocap on the lips if you wanted to. Okay, that's blocked off, but then you lose the ability to do it in the studio. Okay, there we go. Because I assume you want to be able to do multiple takes and all that stuff, not actually doing it while they're doing the actions, even if that might make it look more realistic, would sound way worse. It's going to be a lot of this. Okay. I would really love to see a breakdown of how Silent Hill works, like the actual town itself. If you are fairly familiar with my channel, one of the things you'll know is one of the I think literally the first series that I did was on Dead Rising. I did this thing called Master Run, where I just basically sat down and I did kind of I don't want to say perfect run through, but it was supposed to be this mix between halfway how to do everything perfect as a new player, like as if you were doing a speed run, and half, screw that, those just look weird, and half stuff that even if you had played the game a lot, you probably wouldn't know. And I still don't know how to recreate that with an arbitrary game, but it's something, when I see games like this, I would love to know that, to just know it's like, yeah, this is blocked. The actual trigger for this is when you pick up this item, so know that, oh, you can go take that shortcut once you do that. Okay. Or just like small little optimal things, like I believe in Silent Hill, enemies have multiple senses, and it takes that into account a lot. Even more so, it takes like how they use their senses. So it'll be like sight, smell, sound, but then on top of just being sight, whether or not they care about the flashlight is its own little variable, and you could just go so in depth into how all the enemies work, even though there's not actually that many situations where it would come up. So stuff like, maybe there is, what's a good example? There's not a lot of situations so far, for example, where you would kill those giant lumbering, like, padded butcher creatures with a shotgun, because when you encounter them a lot, you don't have it yet. Or the only place I think I've seen them so far since is on the roof of the hospital. So yeah, it's not that relevant, but it'd be kind of interesting to see, like, well, if you had to kill with a shotgun, here's how you would do it. It's actually one of the big... Okay, game. We'll freak out there. It's one of the things I consider, like, kind of my holy grail, where when I made the Master Run series, I knew there was some kind of spark there for people who just love games like this, because I do love games like this. I just wish I could recreate it without it being too much. It's like you need like the perfect storm, and Dead Rising luckily kind of worked out to be that. Wait. That's the wrong place to be. That's the bluntest way I've seen them do that. How did I get in? I guess they must not have the parking lot on the map. I was trying to go around to that right road. Let me just zoom out. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be going there. And then I'm pretty sure the end of the game is the amusement park. Is the end of the game... I was gonna say it's always the north side, but I guess the end of the game is the church in Silent Hill 1. Because that's where you go fight... I don't know the name. I mean, it's like Alessa, right? But it's either the Demon Alessa or Angel Alessa. I only did one run through, so I went ahead and I got the red liquid. And I killed the angel or something. Or you don't kill it, you like hurt it, and then the real thing comes out, right? That's how that works. Is this door different? 105. Okay, I must be on the other side. I was watching speedruns of Silent Hill 1, and there's like so many interesting little facts about that. Like apparently the trigger, like I believe you can use that red liquid on anything in the game, and that echo in my footstep, it just kills it. Like that's just something that it does. Am I really having this much trouble finding it? Because these are like 103, 102. And yeah, you can use it on anything in the game, and that works. But you obviously want it on the final boss, because that's kind of the point. But apparently, that's not... Using it on the final boss isn't exactly... Oh yeah, here we go. Isn't the actual trigger. There's a flag the game sets. And apparently there's another enemy in the game that sets that same flag. Super weird. So you can skip it.
Where's Douglas?
He went out. But he left a message for you.
Was there someone else here just now?
No. Just me. Don't you want to know what the message is?
Yeah? What did he say?
The church is on the other side of the lake.
Church. I wonder what he meant by that.
You don't understand? That's where Claudia is. Across the lake, on the north side. If you're going, you'd better go through the amusement park. It's probably the only way in now. Go northwest on Nathan Avenue. It's a bit far, but it's closer than heaven.
Is that it for the message?
Uh-huh.
Thanks. Douglas really said that?
What's wrong? You don't trust me?
Okay, I don't get why that happened. It says I don't think I'll go back inside. I really should go to the amusement park. Go northwest on Nathan Avenue. So, small gripe here. I'm pretty sure they don't have a... I guess they would have a model for Nathan. Because, unless they're just using the cutscene one in there. Because it's basically rendered in time. It just bugs me because there's a save point there. And that's what I really want. I don't know what his deal is. Because he doesn't strike me as any, like, particular stereotype. Like I said, with Claudia, you kind of get what she's got going, and then I correctly basically guessed what her father was doing. But He's obviously aware of what Silent Hill is, so I assume he's from the town. And the fact that he specifically mentions the church, because I assume he's the one mentioning it. Got those dog heads. He knows what the order, the cult, is. But I just can't piece, like, what's his end game here. And actually, I had just guessed that we'd have to do the amusement park, but I thought it was at the end of the game, and I still think I have a ways to go here. I don't think you visit the amusement park in 2. I don't think. Because you don't get up to the other side of the lake until the end of the game when you go to the hotel, and that's the last dungeon. Here's the Historical Society. Oh, is that just a loading screen? If it was just gonna warp me there, why even have me walk that far?
Ah, hell.
So I've had this thought, like, why is the Otherworld a thing? Because wasn't the Otherworld brought on by Alessa in Silent Hill 1? And she's Alessa. So is she, like, causing it? And she's the only one that can see it? Well, I guess it doesn't matter, because not Vincent, the detective can. I assume I can't use this door, and no map. And then just a small other note, if you look at this right here, she's had that blood in her shirt. And when I first noticed it, I assumed it was just because I got hit. Well, hold on. It might also be because, like, that's my current status. No, I'm pretty well off. So then, I guess, did that show up at some point? It's a giant rabbit costume. Isn't this the mascot from the local amusement park? I don't want to look inside. Something in here smells terrible. It's a map of the amusement park, but I can't bring this with me. It seems weird that they don't let me actually just look at it. Like a non-portal version of the map, so at least you know where you might go. And isn't there like a person in here kind of thing? I think it's breathing, but it might just be the... I don't know, I think it's just the skin moving. There's a dead body inside this box thing. There's nothing interesting here. There's nothing I can do about it, but I wonder how and why someone would do this. So this is straight from the beginning of the game. And from that, I would think I need a drop down there. I don't know why they would do that, though. It's a stuffed animal rabbit. Isn't this the mascot? Yeah. You could make the argument that they did that so you knew to do it here. But it still would be just as hard to figure out then as you do now. Popcorn wagon, nothing very interesting about it. This popcorn doesn't look right. I don't think I'll be having any. But then again, I wouldn't eat anything else here either. It's just suspended. I think that's one of the creepiest things, is just that it's just an abyss below. Here we go, no saves. Really? Really? Because you do that in the dream? I guess you kill yourself in the dream. But then, why did they let me do that? That just seems like such a weird thing to include. I guess when one of those is open this time. Or maybe was I not supposed to kill myself in the dream? Was there more I could have done? Just gonna get in here now? No, he blocks it still. I feel like I probably tried that. What? I'm sure it's gonna be obvious once I see this thing. I was thinking maybe it was this, because this one's glowing red. At least I guess this game does have checkpoints. I haven't died a lot. At least not in a way that I didn't go back to my save. Oh, is this a doorway? Yeah. That just seems so weird. Makes me want to replay the game's demo. Just so I could see, could I have gone here originally? On the bright side, don't think I missed the map. At least not yet. Might be missing it now. What's down there? Oh, that thing's booking it. So are they the ones that make that moaning sound? It seems related to something specific. Ooh, that's ominous. 2 health kits. A bunch of toys are on display. There's nothing unusual here. Rabbit stuffed animal. Thing. Oh, what's out of place? Oh, an ampule. I still never use ampules. I don't get them. What did I just pick up? Is that health? Did I get like a pill or something? Just now? Okay, I know I have the talisman. Oh, I probably picked up bullets or something, didn't I? I think that's what happened. It must have been that, or probably jerky. What does it says? Ampule, this is the stuff. I'll have all the pain, help recover my strength. So is it a healing item? Because I thought it was like, gave you unlimited stamina originally in 2. And that wasn't hugely useful in my eyes. But does it give you a full heal or something? See, that's weird. All the other ones are bloody because, you know, I assume they had a person in them and that died. That one, I don't know, is that like supposed to be like a Monty Python reference? That's the only thing I can think of. Really? Was that all there is? I would think there would be like a brochure with the maps in here. So, okay, I can't go in the center. Oh, hold up. Hanging bullets, yes. She doesn't seem to be looking at anything. Honestly, I really thought there was going to be a map here. God damn. That really got me. Oh. That's what fell, right? I don't think I missed it. That must have what fell. It was them falling on this. That SMG ammo? So do you just wander around here? What was the trigger for that? That just seemed odd. This wasn't part of my dream. So could you have got it in here? I feel like you could have gotten it in here, you just probably never got that key. If they're giving out keys, though, I feel like I should be getting the map. I've just gotten burned on that so much, not getting the map. Roller coaster key. This was in a cookie jar. No, it wasn't. It was in a suitcase. Wasn't it? I always dreamed I'd have one of these. A little confused. But now, I'm pretty sure I can get to some other door.